Welcome back to Whatever Garage. Today, we are going to tune this monster and see if we can have some fun with it. Let's get started. Now, I've been having issues with SD cards for some reason, and I just had an issue with this one, and this is my good card. So I'm hoping this has been resolved, because if not, then what I'm saying means nothing. But last video, we got this started, okay? I fixed my key ignition problem. So she started up, but she was quite loud, and it's hard to really get a good tune for me with it being that loud and obnoxious. I do like my neighbors do like me, and I would like to keep it that way. So the garbage truck is blowing its horn out there. What the hell? Anywho, I'm gonna put the mufflers back on it, but one of the problems I ran into last time with the mufflers hanging so low, well, they're bent because they originally used to be on the back of this car, and you know how Corvette mufflers sort of, the muffler comes up and then the tailpipe hooks down, you know, whatever. So we're gonna cut them off and point them straight. Is that enough hand signals for you? All right, let's find the mufflers. All right, there's nothing special about these mufflers. They're just what came on this car when I bought it. I cut them down just to slap on so we could have some mufflers when I moved it from point A to point B. And they have the tips on them. And this will tell you how quality of a job this was. The tips are welded on at an angle. The pipe actually comes out straight. If you look in here, you can see the pipe is still straight. So all we got to do is just grind this off, and then I don't think I've got to do anything else because the pipe will be coming out. Because these are going to be nothing but engine run stand mufflers once I'm done with them on this car. So I guess we don't have to do any welding today, which is fine. We just got to grind these off. So let me go let me go find a grinder. So we'll just start with this one since it's the closest, and I'm definitely wearing a face shield because I'm tired of getting crap in my eyeballs. Not to mention that it's expensive every time you have to go see an optometrist to get stuff removed. You wanna know something that's real fun? Sparks in your armpit. That's a lot of fun. All right, I thought maybe I'd loosened it, but I haven't. I think I'm gonna need to come in and just shave it off like that. At least that's what it looks like. A lot of booger welding, but I can't say anything because I booger weld too. Ta-da! And this is what I meant. See, it was straight. They just welded it on there crooked to give it that swoop. Very professional. Let me clean it up a little bit. I survived with all my digits, but that was close. I barely felt that thing hit my hand. Woo! Dang. And yes, I want to say something else right now. Okay. All right. Well, for starters, let's get into a disc. have high blood pressure. All right, we're also going to be competing with a chainsaw outside. My neighbor's cutting something. So, you won't be able to hear it over this, but when we're done with that, you'll probably be able to hear it. All right, I'm going to wear my welding glove for a little more protection. I know it doesn't serve any other purpose other than it makes me feel better knowing that it looks better. Not to mention, I don't want to catch my fingers on it, or anybody else catch their fingers on it, like if it was on the engine run stand. And, you know, not necessarily hot, but, you know, like car's been, or the engine's been off for a while. Maybe some kid, like my kid, comes in here and accidentally touches it, gets her hand caught on it, cuts it up. Yeah, I can't have that. Damn, this battery's already down to 36. That's not very good. These are my new batteries. They're not holding the life very long. This one's a little easier. And these two can go to the scrap pile. That's good enough. Damn, look at all the metal. Metal dust everywhere. I really should have been wearing a mask. I do not have any clamps that will fit this. So the best I can do is just get it on there and maybe smack it with a mallet to get it to stay. good enough. Now, that is awful low. I think eventually we're gonna have to convert to some different type of headers because those are really low to the ground. And I wanna make sure this one has clearance. Oh, and as if you notice, nothing has leaked. Oh, I guess I should be looking under the pan. Yeah, up under here. Nothing has leaked. Ta-da! There we go. Good as new. We gotta clean all this shit up underneath the car. And I still need to take care of that power steering hose. Remember that one that was leaking? All right, what we're gonna do here is I'm going to put the ignition switch stuff back on the column, back on there so the keys can start working again, and button up the gauges back into here and the steering column. Don't know what all you're gonna be able to see because I can barely see what I'm doing, so I'll just bring you back when I'm done. All right, folks, key switch is back in, and to prove it to you, ready? It works. All right, we're not ready to start it yet. I want to attach the steering column next. All right, before we start the car, I want to get the gauges, the RPM and the speedometer, and put them in so we can see if they work. Well, not they, see if the RPMs work. And in my infinite wisdom, I packed it up in one of these boxes, but since they're labeled, I'm gonna assume it's this box. Let's take a look. Well, of course, it wasn't in the first box. It was in this box. So found the speedometer, and I forgot I have a brand new gauge cluster assembly thingamabob. Now, the only difference is, I think this is for the 77 model, I may be mistaken, because it's got this little thing on the side. I'm still gonna try to make it fit because it looks so much better. So we'll see how much difference there is. Now, if you can tell, the biggest difference I do see is just this area right here, because see, that one doesn't have it. But everything else looks pretty much the same. I'm gonna take that one out and we'll take a closer look. The biggest reason I wanted these, or wanted this one, is because it has the original radio spacing in it, whereas somebody cut this one out and this one's broken. Okay, it had been repaired before, but it broke again, and now it's missing pieces, and you see this cut here is really jagged. And if you look at it, this could be trimmed down if it needs to be. Not gonna do that until I do interior. At that point in time, I will do it, but everything else looks the same. I'm gonna go for it. I was just looking at the back. We are missing one of these little things. I'm gonna replace all these, I think, with those white LEDs I have, and with the new thing, if it'll fit in here. I'm using such professional terms, I know. Thing, item, whatever. All right, let us, and I have another one up there if I need to scavenge some parts for them. So much for this working. Oh, there we go. Oh, you know what? The bulb fell out and the thing must be in the car. I wish my little clock worked. I wish I knew how to figure out how to fix it. Feels like whatever's in it is jammed. It won't turn. So you can't adjust the clock. That's just a darn shame. I don't readily see any way to open it to try to fix it. Oh, maybe that did it. Yep, there we go. Now that doesn't mean it's fixed, it just means now it'll turn. Don't know if that had any, well, it'll move now. We'll see what happens. This one has red bulbs in it, you notice that? I'm gonna take this little red one and put it up here with the other red ones. All right, quit oogling and ogling or whatever the hell it's called. Take this out. And that's what I meant by bulb fell out. I'm trying to think if I ever had this apart. I don't recall. I need to clean this because it's got stuff on the, I can't tell if it's inside or outside. And then these little boogers. I still need to get some for the other Corvette. These are the only ones I have. Let's see, that's passenger side, right? Yes. And then driver's side. All right, let's look at them again. They look the same to me. Look at it from the front. They look the same, except for this one's got a little chrome trim. I mean, I got this one for a steal. It was on the eBay. It was an actual auction. I think I got it for 50 bucks. I think, and it's brand new. And I think brand new, they're like 100 something. I may be wrong. Somebody correct me if I am. Oh, let's take these screws off the top. I do not have the little light that goes on here. I have to get that yet. Don't know what size these are, so I'm just gonna get my trusty adjustable here. Somebody got upset at me for using this one in one of my videos, but you know what? They're convenient, so long as you don't strip stuff out. I don't know why the hell you get so mad about it. There we go, it's in. All right, where was that other screw? Goes up top here. I think, is that the ground? You know what, I got one. I got them switched up. There we go. Okay, that one's in. All right, put the new one back together. Already got that in. Let's do this. Okay, for those of y'all who were paying attention, this is how they go. I was trying to put them in this way. Yeah, bonehead maneuver. So, thank you for yelling towards the screen and telling me. Okay. All right. Here we have my collection. These are the new LED bulbs I got. These are some miscellaneous ones I bought. The real reason I wanted them was for these, which is for the dome light. And then I have these from when I did the blue lights in the other Corvette. And it had, let me show you. See if it says what it says these are. No, it doesn't. But it had some of these to go in there. The only problem is they're too big, I think. They could probably be forced. I think they just need to be trimmed down just a hair. And I mean just. So let's try that real quick. Let's see if maybe we can shave a little bit off. Now, I'm not shaving a lot. Hopefully I can zoom in so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just skimming the top of it ever so slightly. Okay. Let's clean it up a little bit. Do our best not to stab ourselves, cut ourselves, anything of that sort of nature. All right, looks a little rough, but we can always sandpaper it back again, right? All right, let's try this side just a hair, even it out, cleaned itself up, see what happens. Wow, that's nice. A lot of metal fuzzies on it. Haha! There we go. Turn it. Nice tight fit. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Because there's a couple of these that are loose and there's nothing you can do to fix them. Because they were just worn out. Get this back out. Oh, there you go, just reverse. Try not to tear up the circuit board. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and put the lights in. Oh, there we go, had to push it down. All right, all the way in. There we go. And turn. That one's actually tight. That one's tight. Tight, 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 tight. Okay, didn't know what I was talking about. But we are going to replace this one. God, that one's got to be burned out. Black as that is. I don't think I want to replace the red ones. I think I only want to replace these. These are going to stay red. These are white. We're done. Good job. Let's flip it over. You hear that? I know exactly what I did. I gotta take it back apart. I did not put these pieces in. And if I'm correct, I think that's to brace the, yeah, it's to brace the front lens. Keep it from making that noise. So I'll show you when I'm done. All right, now what we have is the speedometer. And I was getting ready to put it in and noticed it's got a bunch that are loose, see? And they have these bulbs. So we're gonna replace them. Oh yeah, good fit. Do we have enough bulbs? Shit. I will be one short. Let me think about what I'm gonna do. That's right. Yeah, it worked just a minute ago. What's the problem? Oh, duh. There we go. In. Done. Let's get, here, I'll show you the lights. See, those LEDs don't seem to be very bright, or maybe they're not all on. We'll have to play with that some more. And even with the key off, all this stuff's on, so we'll have to unplug this unit before we're done. But the important part got done, because now, all right, we got our timing light. Let's hook it up. We have the oil pressure. Are you on or off? Oh, you're still on. Hang on. All right, we're gonna try and start it, warm it up, and tune it. All in that order, okay? I've got it hooked up, so hopefully the tack in the car works. I've got the timing light hooked up, and I have adjusted the choke to see if maybe we can figure out this starting situation. So here we go. We'll try one pump and start it from in the car. Well, forgot to open up the garage door. Ow. There, now it's open. All right, let's resort to our old technique. See if that's it. Apparently it was. Oh, you know what? My throttle's stuck. Not that is a problem. She's probably flooded. Do it this way, because the only reason I'm doing this is because it's flooded now. And apparently I need a tighter spring, return spring. What are we missing, folks? Anybody? She's not dripping. But you can smell all the fuel. And you know what? It's still leaking. Yep, we're still leaking fuel. Gosh dang it. Alright. Alright, yesterday we experienced some technical difficulties, and the last little bit of me trying to start the car did not get recorded. Found out we still have a fuel leak issue, and come to find out the little, matter of fact, got it in my pocket. Well, no, this is the new one. The old one's over there. That much of rubber hose, and it had a nick right in the middle, so it was just shooting out. So went and bought some more line yesterday. We're going to replace it real quick, and then we'll start the car. And Sasha's in the shop with me this morning. She's going to help. I accidentally left the speedometer cluster plugged in. Remember I told you the lights would stay on, and I left it in last night, but it came out at 5:30 this morning when I woke up and turned on my air conditioner, and I saw the dash lights go on, so I had to plug in the charger. Now, if you remember yesterday, well, no, you don't remember yesterday, you weren't here, or it wasn't recorded. I tried starting it, and when I tried to start it, I was in the car, so I stepped on the accelerator, and did not realize, oh, now we've got both lights on. Woo! More dash lights on? No, we gotta work on some of these. We don't have all our dash lights. Back to my story. I was stepping on the accelerator pedal and did not realize that this was not, the return spring was not pulling it back. So that was an issue, and it was flooding the crap out of it and did not realize it. So that's one of the reasons why she didn't start yesterday. So today, I'm gonna pump it once, and then we're gonna try and start her. And we're gonna see what we got, okay? Almost. That says dead battery. That says 12.74. This thing should be firing off. All right, that smoke is coming off of the headers. That's the wrap. They said it would smoke. Timing is way So, we need to start back at square one and make sure we're top dead center. And then check the distributor, make sure we're where we need to be. Something is severely off. This thing just sounds like it's sucking a lot of air, but I mean, it's not doing anything else. Well, that sucks. All right, guys. We have an issue. It's been several hours, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. You saw when I tried to start the car, because that was to you, that was just a couple minutes ago. And it started, but it sounded like crap, and it didn't run for very long. Well, I wanted to get the car back to top dead center. So to get the spark plug out, I had to take the header off. So I took the header off, took the spark plug out, and as I'm cranking, I'm doing it by hand. I put a ratchet on the crankshaft. I know you're not supposed to, but I did it anyway. And I'm pulling it around while I have my camera in the cylinder. And then before it gets to the top, I put my finger over or put my thumb over the hole, the spark plug hole, to get that psst, sound. Just so you know when you're on compression stroke. I never got it. So I started looking some more, and I was looking at the exhaust valve, and it looks just a smidge open, and the more I looked, it looked like there was a piece of debris stuck in there. Okay? And then it dawned on me while I'm cranking looking at that, because I was going to try and get it open and then stick something in there to maybe knock the piece of debris off, and then I could get it out from the cylinder since I've got everything open right now. The valve wasn't moving. I went complete up and down twice, and the valve never moved. So now I've taken the valve cover off. All my rocker arms are tight. All my push rods are in place. And when I'm cranking the crank, the lifter moves, but just barely. I mean, that's probably even an exaggeration of how much it moves. You can see when it moves, but it doesn't move very much. So I'm trying to figure out if the camshaft is boned. Remember I told you this is a brand new motor and we had to break in the camshaft, and we had such a hard time getting this thing started. And I'm wondering if I ruined the camshaft. Let me show you. Alright. This is number one. This is exhaust. And it's still tight. Oops. Sorry, just dropped a screwdriver. Where's my flashlight? Try to get you in there so you can see. Get this so I can get the light on it. Try and get it at an angle so I can. Of course, the screen went dark. Sorry. You can see it down there, and they all look the same. And I'm just trying to figure out. I'm not familiar with it. What part pumps up and down? Does the whole thing or just the middle part? See if y'all can answer me that part. I know. What, Corvette greaser, Joe, some of you got Dean, y'all guys out there? Tell me, does the middle part pump, or does the whole thing move up and down? That's my question. I haven't taken the time to look it up on the internet yet. Like I said, I just discovered this. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to set up the camera so you can see this, and I'm going to crank the engine over. But first, I'm going to get a bunch of rags to put around here so I don't get oil everywhere. Be right back. Okay, they look like they're all moving to me. All right. think that video showed that everything was working. So, what it didn't show was, apparently I was having difficulties figuring out where top dead center was, trying to do it by myself. And then when I quit for the day and went inside, it dawned on me, I don't have to do everything by myself. So I got my daughter to come out here and she blipped the key while I held my finger over it, and we finally got where it blew my finger off. And then that's where we left it. Okay, so we're close to top dead center. What we're gonna do is get the camera and stick it in there. I'm gonna get my other camera so that I can put a SD card in it and record it and show you. Okay, so let me go do that real quick. All right, I know I showed this before, but my brother bought this for me. It's very nice of him. So we have a ton of camera length. Screws in here. I'm hoping this is going to hold a charge, or is held a charge. If not, we're going to have to charge it. But as soon as my daughter comes out to get me, we have to go somewhere real quick. Oh no, light works. Let's see. Where's the power button? Up here. There we go. We just have to hold it forever. See? There's, well, I guess it helps to show something. Here. There, do you see me? We will have to get the orientation right. All right. SD card. Oh, there's an SD card in it. I am on it. Doggone it. What size card is this? It is a 32 gigabyte. So apparently plenty of space. All right, so then let's go take a look. All right, you can stay over there because you're going to be looking through here in just a minute. All right, let's get our orientation correct. There, now we're recording. Okay, there are the valve springs. I'm going to show you something here. This is the exhaust. Those scrape marks are from the camera. That's just scraping there. But you see over there in the corner, on the left-hand side, I see something wedged. We're going to try and do something about that later, but let's get in here real quick. Go through the spark plug hole. And again, those scratches you see in there are from the camera from before. Now, that, my friends, is top dead center. She is all the way up. You see? Oh, look, you can see the valves. Here, let's switch camera view. Hold on. All right, that is the camera view switched. I can't get in very far, but that does not look like it's seated all the way because it looks like there is something right there. Do you see it? What does the other side look like? See, it's really hard to get in here, guys, sorry. Because it's all the way up. Yep, that's as good as she's gonna get, sorry. But that would be safe to say we are top dead center, all right? All right, trying to give you a better top-down view. I added a little extension on top of my tripod here. Before we put this stuff back together, let's take a peek in here and see where we're at. Okay. That looks close. It's not pointing to number 1. It's pointing to in between 2 and 3. Or excuse me, 3 and 5. So do I need to go one more? Because this is number 1. I mean, it's... maybe it's pointing... Yeah, it's more like on 2. I'm sorry, excuse me. 3. Makes me wonder if that's ballpark enough or am I that far out? Oh, here's the other thing. All right, what I want to do is see if maybe I'm a tooth off. I think I'm ballpark in the neighborhood. Because the next one over, let's see, she go all the way down? Yes, all the way down, and that's pointing like that way. That's pointing more right here. And I'm not sure. I think that's too far. I think it's either here or it's here. It doesn't exactly get on number one, but I'd be willing to try that. See if it does any better. But here, they're showing their timing mark, which is like ours, and then what's on the block. See, I added this one. It didn't, my thing didn't come with it. So technically, that could be right. Even though ours is showing right here, not up here. I'm just trying to get every angle here. See, there's no other markings. There are no other markings on the timing cover, on the block, anything. That timing tab is just like the one on the other Corvette that I added. And the other Corvette's timed. So I think we try it like this, because the other way obviously wasn't working, right? Unless it was a fuel issue. We'll see. What's the worst that has to happen? It's wrong and we have to pop the distributor out and go back one more tooth. Simple as that. All right, we got some of the stuff put back together. But what I want to do now is what we talked about. See, we're in view? Yeah. I've got the wrench on the front. I want to make sure we are at the top and not on our way down. You know what I mean? On the piston. So, let's get our trusty camera here. Well, what you see right there is the top of the piston, and then the back wall of inside the piston, or the piston wall, duh. So we're going to take the crank now and move it. And she is on the way down. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but I did. She is on the way down. So we need to readjust this and try and pull it back up. All right, hang on. We're trying to go back up. Come on, it's moving. It's moving the camera. Come on, girl. There we go. I think that's the top of the compression stroke. I think we're good. Now let's double check where our timing mark is. Timing mark. Nope. It's way up top. So tell me that is not off. All right, everything is back together. We're going to try and restart it, or start it. All right, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna turn the key forward. It may not start right off, but if it does, then let off. Okay, don't turn it off, just let off. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. It's not doing anything. Go all the way. So when it starts, turn back. That's the start. All right, one more time. Go ahead. All right. Something's not right. The easiest way to figure it out is to loosen the power steering and take the belt off and see if that's it. let's do that. Just hang tight for a second. It'll take me about a minute, okay?
You always take one thing.
Oh, okay. Try it real quick. No, it was doing it. Go ahead.
You do it.
No, you just had it. Start it. That was a success. All right, we got it started. We got it timed. Don't know what to say about the timing mark being off, but I was correct. And the car seems to run perfectly now. Seems like we've got it tuned right in that area where it needs to be. It may need some more fine tuning down the road, but right now she's gonna stay where she's at. I'm gonna lock it down, and apparently we got some power steering work to do now. What else? We got to get all the gauges working, and we got to let this car run some more and burn off this stench from this heater wrap. It is bad. I mean, my eyes are burning right now, okay? So, on that note, we're gonna call it good. If y'all stayed with me this whole way, thank you. I know that was a little trying. My mind tends to go straight to the worst when something doesn't work right. And this time, it was wrong, several times. So, we got it fixed, we got it running. Now we're gonna get the rest of the gremlins, all right? Hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. This will be Whatever Garage, out.